When it comes to finding alternatives to petroleum, Toyota, one of the largest automakers in the world, has introduced a number of groundbreaking technologies, including the groundbreaking hydrogen-electric Mirai and the incredibly popular hybrid Prius. Surprisingly, the business is just now entering the all-electric game with the 2023 Toyota bz4x, a crossover with a moniker that sounds like a combination of 4 random letters. Hey folks, welcome back to TechZen. In this video, we are going to compare EVs of Toyota and MG. So without further ado, let's dive in. While the electric SUV's debut into the BEV market is certainly exciting, it's disappointingly underwhelming when stacked up against rivals like the Volkswagen ID.4, Hyundai Ioniq 5, and Chevrolet Bolt EUV. The 2023 Toyota bz4x's over $50,000 price tag isn't justified by its somewhat shorter range, slow charging pace, and uninspiring styling. And that's not even bringing up the recall. Able to get within a sufficient range, a yoke-style steering wheel and solar panels on the roof were among the features Toyota highlighted when it unveiled the bz4x last year. Japanese automaker Toyota stated that their RAV4-sized ute would have a range of 300 kilometers. However, the EPA estimated range of the front-wheel drive bz4x in the US was only 252 miles. The all-wheel drive model, which has a separate battery pack and slower charging speeds, has an even shorter range at 222 miles. It's about average for a crossover in its class, but it doesn't have the greater range that was advertised. For the duration of our week with the bz4x, my coworker and I referred to it as the bz4x, a moniker that lacks a convenient acronym. Other Toyota automobiles will be branded with the Beyond Zero (BZ) label in the near future. A total of $13.6 billion will be invested in battery technology over the next decade, and 30 battery and hybrid vehicles will be available across Toyota and Lexus by the year 2030. By making the switch to all-electric vehicles, Lexus will serve as a technology vanguard for the plan. The 4X designates the car as a compact crossover, and the business has promised more models with similar names. We should reasonably expect to see a bz5x or bz6x-like system in the not-too-distant future. Although it is technically Toyota's first all-electric vehicle, the bz4x is roughly the same size as the RAV4. To meet emission standards, the all-electric RAV4 was sold in California from 1997 to 2003. Although the Toyota bz4x will be available countrywide, the automaker only expects to sell 7,000 of the 2023 versions this year. While the bz4x is Toyota's first fully electric vehicle, it is just slightly smaller than the RAV4. Toyota clearly plans for the bz4x to meet zero and low emissions government regulations around the world, so that they may keep selling their far more numerous and less expensive gasoline-powered vehicles. CEO Akio Toyoda has been particularly vocal about Toyota's resistance to EVs, repeating many of the false claims made by the oil and gas sector. Toyota's hesitation to fully commit to battery electrics is understandable from a financial perspective. The company sold over 300,000 Camrys powered by internal combustion engines, ICE, last year. Lithium-ion battery technology just cannot keep up with that kind of demand. There are not nearly enough reserves of mined lithium. Constant current DC, fast charging is slow. When trying to charge the crossover at public charging stations in and around Los Angeles, it became clear that the company's objective with the bz4x was to only comply with worldwide emission laws. My LA apartment is a rental, therefore I don't have a place to plug in my phone or other devices at night. There are around 3,500 charging stations in my neighborhood, so that's usually not an issue. Toyota claims that the bz4x can go from low to 80% charged in 1 hour, and the vehicle comes with a year's worth of free charging on the EVgo network. The business wouldn't specify how low they considered to be, but when I had the bz4x limited all-wheel drive model, I would drive until the battery was about 33%. 68 miles of range remained on the odometer before plugging in for a recharge. Near my house is a convenient EVgo DC fast charging, so I went there. There are both 100 kilowatts and 150 kilowatts chargers at this location, so I frequently use it to power up the electric vehicles I test drive. Knowing that the bz4x with all-wheel drive can only handle a 100 kilowatts charger, I made the conscious decision to go with the 100 kilowatts DC fast charger. The highest power output for the front-wheel drive model is 150 kilowatts. Nothing special in terms of design, technology, or motivation. Toyota claims the bz4x was designed with the goal of giving customers a seamless upgrade to EVs. This necessitates a great deal of similarity between the bz4x and the standard RAV4, including the way it drives, the way it looks, and the way it is operated. The bz4x's interior and exterior are consistent with Toyota's design language, albeit there is a lot of hard-touch plastic even in the highest trim. The lower fascia on the exterior of the bz4x is black plastic and mimics the look of the Toyota RAV4, minus the open grille in the front, much like its Subaru counterpart, the all-electric Solterra. The two companies designed both vehicles as a joint project, much like the Subaru BRZ and the Toyota FRS. Frustratingly, the voice system proved both unreliable and ineffective. The cockpit is fine on the inside. The limited grade adds a big 12.3-inch infotainment screen, enclosed in piano black plastic, that displays every dust mote and fingerprint, and provides access to a suite of services, such as navigation and a voice-activated system that is launched by saying, "Hey Toyota." After a week of use, I found the voice system to be inconsistent and ultimately pointless. Now let's talk about MG. The all-electric vehicle, which was first introduced to the Chinese market under the name MG Mulan, is a continuation of MG's Electric for Everyone initiative and joins the MG lineup alongside the MG ZS EV and the Mg5. The Mg4, in contrast to the other models in the MG lineup, has a look that is much more angular and pointed than the others. Its headlamps are narrow and pointed, and the rear spoiler has a design that is divided. It also has characteristics that are reminiscent of SUVs, most noticeably the cladding that extends along the length of the doors. The Mg4 commands attention because to its size and other characteristics. When it comes to its dimensions, the Mg4 is just the right amount of everything. Customers looking for a family hatchback are likely to find the C-segment hatchback, which measures 4,287 millimeters in length, 1,836 millimeters in width, and 1,506 millimeters in height, to be an appealing option. The Mg4 is a rear-wheel drive vehicle that boasts a weight distribution of 50-50 for maximum enjoyment while behind the wheel. MG has stated that it intends to produce several iterations of the Mg4, one of which will include an all-wheel drive option. It will be the first vehicle in the MG lineup to employ MG's brand new proprietary electric platform called Modular Scalable Platform, MSP, which will serve as the foundation for future MG vehicles. The MSP, which was developed by SAIC, the parent company of MG, makes it possible to have battery packs that are thinner. MG has stated that the MSP platform is the reason that they were able to design a low-slung electric hatchback. This was accomplished thanks to the MSP platform. According to Ju Jun, who serves as SAIC Motors Deputy Chief Engineer, according to this design concept, batteries with capacities ranging from 40 kilowatt-hour to 150 kilowatt-hour should not be difficult to produce at all. It is capable of meeting the energy requirements of models ranging from A0 to D-Class, giving users a range of options that are both flexible and diversified. Users have the option to start out by purchasing a smaller battery, which they can later replace and improve upon when they require a greater range. Although the Mg4's official specifications and pricing have not yet been disclosed, there will be two different battery alternatives available for purchase. The standard model, which uses an underfloor battery with 51 kilowatt-hour capacity, will have a range of up to 217 miles on a single charge, while the long-range version, which uses a battery with 64 kilowatt-hour capacity, will have a range of up to 280 miles per charge. The Mg4 has a maximum speed of 99 miles per hour, but it can reach 62 miles per hour in fewer than 8 seconds. The Mg4 is currently being put through a rigorous final endurance test in Europe that will cover 74,500 miles and take place under a variety of test situations. It is anticipated that it will be introduced to the European market at the end of 2022, and the all-new Mg4 is scheduled to go on sale in the United Kingdom at the beginning of 2023. To be honest, bz4x is way better than MG, so tell us which one you're going to buy. And that brings us to the end of the video. Feel free to let us know what you think about this video. And if you like this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.